What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another 130 draft challenge where today we are going to take the very first formation, guys, every single time. I pre-read through the comments from yesterday's video, and first of all guys, thank you very much for some extremely kind words in the comments. As always, you know, like I quite often forget how kind of old you guys are. I don't mean that rudely, but yeah, my demographic. Ooh, Bailey's got a transfer card, has he? My demographic is a lot older. It's like 20s, 30s, and even some 40s and stuff. When I talk about some things going on in my life, and you guys can kind of like relate to that, feels quite nice, you know, feels quite nice. So yeah, appreciate that, guys. But yeah, today, of course, we are once again here for the 130. Just to briefly talk about the plans for the rest of this game cycle. I will get a 130. I will not stop. I will eventually do a drafting until I get a 130. It will happen if I don't get the 130 otherwise, because I really want to do a 131 draft attempt. So it will happen. Of course, we are now on the 5th of September. Vieira, whoa, PC users get access to the game at midnight New Zealand time, no matter where you are in the world. And so for a lot of you guys, that is for a lot of you guys that play on PC, that might be like the middle of the day on the 18th, which is why you would have seen a lot of people have that screenshot of saying the game will be released on the 18th. But according to EA Sports or an EA rep / employee at got right mid, no, yeah, an EA rep / employee on the forums, wherever else you are, it will absolutely be timed to the zone that you're in. So if you live in the UK, it will be midnight on the, you know, the stroke of the 18th to the 19th, and so on and so forth. So, however, with that being said, that does mean that how have I still got Bailey in here? That does mean that we are bang on today, 2 weeks away. Isn't it a shame that none of those fullbacks have midfield? We could put Roberto Carlos at midfield, but don't have a right mid. I could have taken a right mid there, but I didn't. And so we're going on to this draft here. Going to be a 95 rated, I think. Don't think it's got enough sauce to be a 96 rated. Not a bad draft to start with. Some nice high rated cards. A 99 off the jump. But yeah, bottom line is, guys, we've got 2 weeks. As the days draw closer, we will eventually do a drafting until, but I just feel like we're going to hit it. We're going to hit it today. It's going to happen today. If you want to use the best players in FC25, there's only one sure way to get them. U7buy.com gives some of the best prices around for you to buy Ultimate Team coins. It's fast, safe, and reliable, and if you use code NEP at checkout, you will get 8% off their prices. So check the link in the description. And here we are, guys, with attempt number 2. And this time around, we've got the 4132. One of the comments from yesterday's video, I know he's got a 99, but that 96 Beckenbauer is quite good. One of the comments from yesterday's video was around maybe tomorrow taking only the second formations, and then the next day taking only the third formations. And I quite like that as an idea. It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one at all. However, this draft, Grunin, is a bit of a bad one. One of the other comments from yesterday was around me constantly saying the bench has let us down again. And somebody rightfully pointed out that obviously the bench is going to be worse, because if you've got a good player, you're going to swap them into the starting 11, aren't you? which obviously you are. You know, I'm not going to get like a 99 CDM now and just pop it on the bench instead of in that CDM spot. I'm going to put it in that CDM spot. But when I talk about the bench being bad, I'm more talking about the, you know, any sort of like 90 or lower rated cards. Bad, man. Like, for us to get to 130, we need a huge bench and a huge starting 11. We can have some leeway some places, but not much leeway and in not many places. So yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. That backline's really nice now, to be fair. We can get a good midfield and attack now. We could have a 129 on our hands. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the 130 off of this draft unless we end up picking up 4 or even 5 99s from this point onwards. It's going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, she's got cam, not centre mid. That's on me. That's on me. I don't know why in my head I thought that this was a centre mid situation. Doesn't matter now anyway. Nakata is in that centre mid spot. We need a couple of big strikers, please, EA. Not that one. What about here? Okay, we get Wendy Renard. She's got right mid, centre mid. Doesn't upgrade the team, unfortunately. We do need 2 strikers. We get Hans Van Aken. He's not going to help us none neither. We get 98 Russo, who is better than Payne and does get / give chem to James, but still doesn't give us the striker that we so desperately need. We've got max chem now, and so a 128 is absolutely plausible here. And then Quintero doesn't have striker either, so we are ending with a Gabriel Jesus up front. It was interesting with him as well because he did not get submitted into Arsenal's Champions League A-tier team, which is very surprising because he's back training now after his ACL injury, which means he'll be fit before like February when the Champions League changes again. He'll be fit to play in the UCL before then. But the fact that he's not in suggests he's either going to get a transfer out still from Arsenal, or he's just surplus to requirements now, which is really sad because he was a big part of Arsenal kind of changing from a mid-table team back up to, you know, a Champions League team. So it'd be really sad to see him just get moved on because he had a bad injury. Ryan Shepherd said in yesterday's video, my random thought, what have we got now? The 4-2-3-1 wide. My random thought would be to try a new account, not a theory, etc. But I've watched multiple people drafting, and yours just constantly seem to be worse. Could be worth a try. Could be worth a try. And yeah, you are actually not the first person or the only person at all to say that my drafts just look poor. And I don't know. Oh, I shouldn't have taken Toon, should I? That was dumb. I don't know why. You know, like when I go into drafts and I match people in the first round to like get out of the draft and restart again. That's quite nice. Frank Rijkaard. Those teams are always absolutely insane. And I'm like, God damn, like, how? And then I'm there, like, this draft's actually cooking a little bit. And then I'm there, like, you know, with a 128 or something. And I'm like, yeah, I think maybe the account is the problem. Go on, Oscar. Mingiza. This is a decent draft. I still need the 98s and 99s for this draft, but it's a decent one. It's 94 rated already with a whole bunch of super low rated cards that we can easily take out. Chemistry shan't be a problem. Mingiza out of the team, bruh. 30 chemistry now as well. Just Toon to go to fix that chemistry problemo. Hey. 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 Love that. Bit more of that, please, EA. Puts us up to 94 rated already. You know what? 96 Renard saved us there. Also, she upgrades the team. Not there. There. And we still need to replace Toon. But... And the cam, core, and the goalkeeper as well, to be fair. But... James Rodriguez, hey? He's going to be in the next World Cup. Colombia qualified. Congratulations to them. But, yeah. Right, we get Ko Seong Bom. You can go Seong Bom in there, Seong Bom. And that is us at a 94 rated. A good starting 11. Goalkeeper and Cam need a bit of an upgrade, which we can do now. By that, that's an upgrade. Not on the Cam necessarily, but it is an upgrade to the team, which is quite nice. We get Mr. Ashley Cole. That is Alphonso Davies back out of the team. Cole and Smith, the Arsenal past and present left-back duo of dreams right there. We get Fernandes. There's another Cam upgrade. Damn, man. 299's here, and we've got a chance. Get 98. Carlos Alberto. We need a big goalkeeper. We need a big goalkeeper. We get Hans Vanaken again. So this is going to be a 1-2-6, and I think it's going to be a strong 1-2-6 as well. I think that already should make it the 1-2-6. It does. Sorry, the 1-2-9, I beg your pardon. We then upgrade Hamšík and Rodriguez even further. But that's not going to quite tick over to the 97. But that is a much better draft. And I think like a big 97 rated goalkeeper, and we might be there for that one. That's tough. Either way, let's get into the next attempt for today. All right, then. Number 4. We're taking the 4-3-3 Rob Holding for this one. We've got a Betty Pele there as our El Capitan. Not ideal. We get 96 Mead. She does have a 99, obviously, but I think we have seen that once ever. And that stinks. We get Brolin. And we get 98 Salma Paraluelo. It's a good, always good to get the 98s and 99s on the starting 11 because they don't seem to come often. The 95s, 96s, very regular. But the 99s and 98s on the starting 11, very irregular. Like my bowel movements. This Eriksson has shown up every draft so far, and she was quite common yesterday as well, wasn't she? So we don't mind that. We'll take Danso 96 over Van Dijk. And then at left back, hey. Très bien, Jean-Arne Rija. This is a good draft, Magiza. Yes, pleaser. 98 Courtois. It's 95 rated with Pele, Janssen, Moultrie, and Brolin to be upgraded. So EA, let us upgrade them. God damn it, you know. Give us a break here for a change. We get Zegrova. You got left wing. Yeah, so that's Brolin upgraded, and Paraluelo can go up into that striker spot. We don't mind that, taking a defender and making an attacker upgrade spot. Pretty good, pretty nice. Daniel Podence. Alagi. And now the end is near. And so I face the final curtain. In draft, of course, that is, because drafters died. Drafters died. Yeah, so give me another 98 rated goalkeeper. That's fun. That is fun. That is fun. But EA, you're boring me. EA fourth in the game. We don't even have a defender that can go into the midfield spots. We finally get a midfielder going to the midfield spots. Quite fun. That is quite fun. Has Meth Bead got left wing? Yeah, she has. So she might be better up in that left wing spot as well. Not better, not worse. And Yeah, 95 rated. Absolute maximum. We didn't even really get a proper centre mid. Or Betty Pele. That's a bad draft, man. That's a bad draft. Let's go again. All right, then. The next one for today, we have got a 5-3-2. We don't mind that. We don't mind the 5 at the backs. We'll take Ronaldinho for the bench to start with. A nice 94 on there. And we'll get our striker. I took it, rushed it. Shouldn't have taken the Cantona, really, should I? Because he has got a 98 centre mid that is reasonably common. I don't want to say it's like super common, but we see it like every second or third like draft video for the 98 Cantona, don't we? So bit of a rush job from me there. Never mind. We live and we learn. We move. Lissarasu in at left back, not ideal. You know what? Ooh, John Stones. Don't mind that. I think tomorrow, guys. Irene Paradis nuts. Gaddy. I think tomorrow I'm gonna draft on a different account. And if we end up hitting it on a different account, damn. You know? Damn. Now then, this draft is cooking a little bit. It is 95 rated. We need a new goalkeeper, a new left back, a new CDM, a new CM, and a new striker. We get Cells in goal. That gives us 2 chem. Half of the reason for a new goalkeeper was chemistry. The other half, of course, was for rating. So one thing fixed. We get Nelson Semedo, who fixes our CDM spot. We can swap those around and then those around. That's delightful. We do need a new left back still. Where is what is it? Anara's Dottir. Where is she? Got a lot of right backs. Even Stones can play CDM and Paradis can play centre mid if we get another good centre back. We get Beasley to go in at left back. Gives us an extra Kemal Moreira as well, which is quite nice. And then we get Kamchuk to go in at centre mid. He doesn't have centre mid. He's going to have to go in at striker then. And then Panzu can come back into that centre mid spot. Not bad, not bad. Good starting 11 here. We get Fox by name, Fox by nature in at left back. She's going to need some chemistry. So F that. Hey. Do we want Rio Ferdinand 98 over Kamchuk 96? Or do we want Thibaut Courtois 98 over Cells 94? That is the bigger upgrade right there. It loses us chemistry, which is a big issue. Especially with only 2 picks to go. We'll take Miss McBabe. She'll go in at left back. And Fox will go in at right back. And then we're up to 31 chemistry. I like that. Damn, man. Russo doesn't fit into the team. Zico does. So we'll take Zico over Panzu. Takes us up to a 95. I might have to put like Cantona back into the team here. Just to get the chemistry here. Going to be another 96 rated draft though, for sure. Yeah, it was a 96 before we even exchanged those. DeMarcus Beasley. And then Nelson Semedo. And then Matt Sells. And then Cantona back up front. There we go. There's another 129, guys. There's another 129. Let's go and get into another draft. All right, here we go. Here we go. We have got this time the 4-1-4-1. I do like the fact that we have had literally a different formation every single time. Ludovic Julie in at right mid. Going to take Eusebio 95 there. Maybe I should have taken Ian right. I just don't. It just doesn't feel. It feels Ian wrong. You know what I mean? to take a 93 rated when a 95 is there, even though a 95 isn't, you know, a 95 is kind of the bare minimum that we need. It still felt like the right thing to do in the moment. Doesn't matter anyway. Midfield's terrible. Igor Silva. The back line's not specifically sensational. Lacroix, centre back Yar. Goes in right there. There is an Arsdotar. That might be the first time I've seen her today, maybe the second. Bit of a shame, isn't it? We keep getting these 98 rated goalkeepers, which is quite nice. I'll take some more of those. Or, you know, Schwab or not. That's fine. Or not. We've got Kasparij or Died Spence. I'm going to take Kasparij there. I think she's better for the chemistry. And she has right mid as well as right back. I like that. Thuram 97 Bosch over an 80 rated Danso. Shouldn't have taken him. Never mind. Never mind. There's 92 Bailey again. He'll struggle for the chem. But in the end, it will be what it'll be. Bit of Paul Scholes over Marquisio. Bino Gitens gets that extra chemistry. We'll take Perisset to go in that left mid spot. Gives us some even more chemistry. We still need a new CDM on this account, on this this draft. There he is. Cafu 96 goes in there. And we need a new right mid as well, just to get the draft first 11 up to scratch. And it's 98 Russo, not for the first time today. Definitely, she is such a rare card. But to see her twice now is really nice and also really disappointing at the same time because we've also got 98 Garincha go in there. I think we might see another 129 here, guys, which is quite nice. Gwyn 97. She's Gwyn to go into the team over Lacroix. Then swap with Anar Dotir, and there is another upgrade for the squads. Then last but not least, we get 99 Toon to go in over Groningen. And that is going to absolutely guarantee a 129. A very strong starting 11. Perisset, a bit of an issue. But a very strong starting 11. And a bench. This is going to be one of the best 129s we've had. Because look at that bench. An 88, another 88, and an 89. It is just those three cards. If they were like 6 to 8 ratings higher each, I think this could have been it. Another 129. We've got one more attempt in us for today, guys. Let's see how it goes. All right, then. The final attempt. We got the 3-1-4-2. 8 drafts. 8 entirely different formations. Just fun to see. And I think so far, 3 129s. Listen, it's not the 130 that we want, but it's decent. You know, 3 129s is decent. Take Bentancur. He's extremely rare in the draft these days. There was a big phase where he was super common. I know Cruyff's got a 99, but 98, Johan Cruyffstar. In you go, son, on that left mid spot. And yeah, great draft so far. Great draft so far. It's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. 94 Maldini, what we live for. What we live for. We get 97 Marcel Desailly. Do like that. And we wrap that back line off with 95 Letizier. The goalkeeper can be 86 Ryan. Right, not easy to upgrade this draft, that's for sure, but a 98 Courtois will certainly set the tone. We kind of need one more huge centre-back at least. Well, Moreira is an upgrade on Maldini, but only by a +2. And Anar Dotir is an upgrade on Letizier, but only by a +1. We get 97 Zico. Where does he go? That's right, in centre mid. Over Lobotka, who needs an Evo. We get New Skin. She used to be really good for the high rate drafts, didn't she? Because she had centre back as well, which was always fun. Xavi Simons. Hey, listen, if we get 2 big strikers, we honestly could end up here with a with another 129. Need a bit of chemistry for Bentancur as well. Kind of needed. We get Amado. She doesn't fit into the team though. We get Zinedine Zidane, who certainly does fit into the team. Gives us some good chemistry. We get Rolfo, who also just slots straight into the team over Noah Lang. We still need a striker. EA Sports. It's not in the game. Give me a striker, god damn it. Have you ever seen anything? 3 gang? Quite like it. We are going to end with an 85 rated striker in the starting 11. And yet, I still think we're going to be at a 129 off of this draft. We are not. I do think we would be if we just literally put like Cannavaro in there. Yeah, there you go. So it was another 96 rated, guys. Just didn't quite get the striker that we needed, that we wanted. Does Noah Lang got a striker? No, he hasn't. And so that is going to be it for today, guys. If you did enjoy the content here on the channel, feel free to drop a thumbs up. It will be very much appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you tomorrow for another attempt at the 130 draft. But for now, I'm out. Peace.